Woke up this morning, I did not want to go for this walk. I've just done probably about half an hour outside. And now, on the treadmill, getting some cardio in and feeding my brain with the good stuff. And it just reminds me, right? Welcome to the lock-in pad, by the way. Look at that, the beauty of a desk behind me. Gosh. And it's like every single time I have a decent sleep, every single time I wake up and I feel all right. Last night was a great sleep, but there's them mornings where you just cannot be bothered. You cannot be asked to do the work that you said that you was going to. You can't be asked to keep the promises you said you were going to keep. And this is where people fall off, all right? So you start positive for 2 or 3 days, and then all of a sudden, what happens is you break your promise by Wednesday, Thursday, and then you go back to square one. I started every single time when I was in a rut, I would start just walking for not even 5 minutes, and then I'd turn around and come back. And then the next day, I'd do like 7 minutes, or I'd go to the next lamppost. And every single day, I was gradually pushing little bits of wins to the next milestone, and then tidying up my food a little bit more, and then adding a little bit more into a routine. If you're currently in a rut at the moment, you don't want to try and go and do too much too soon, because you're going to be so fatigued. You need to build yourself into it, and that's actually what stops burnout. When you try and do things at 100 miles an hour and you try and solve every single problem so quickly, that is not realistic. Your body, your brain cannot handle that type of discipline. So you need to get the little wins every single day, consistent little baby wins every day, and start to build up that self-esteem naturally. And it'll get to the point where it just becomes a part of you. We form new neural pathways every single time we act on a new behavior. Every single time we break a promise to ourselves, we lower our self-esteem. So you really want to make sure that your word is your law. And today, I'm nearly done in a minute. I feel great, I feel fantastic. When I was walking, there was no memory card in the camera. I was like, oh my word. I could have quite easily fallen into one of them annoying days where things aren't really working out. I don't feel very good. But it's not about that. This is how you just break past it. This is how you build new character. Just doing things every single day that you don't want to do, but you said you was going to do it. And then that's when life starts to actually become fun. When you're progressing well, when you're in the gym, when you're eating well, when you're speaking positively to yourself, you actually start to register them words rather than dismissing them. Have you ever tried it, like the positive self-talk, and it's like your body is in such a state of survival, and how can you believe the words that you're saying when you can't even keep a simple promise to yourself? So if you're stuck in the rut at the moment, just give yourself day by day and just add to it slowly. When I was really bad, when I was 23, I started by just putting 4 t-shirts of washing away, and then I was getting back into bed and I was drained, and then the next day I'd put like 5 bits of washing away and have a shower, and I slowly started to rebuild it. And that's what I gave my client. My client was so depressed, he couldn't get out of bed, and all I wanted him to do was just take the dog for a walk for 2 minutes and come back. And then the next day it was like 5 minutes and come back. And we slowly got him to a stage where he was walking in a field saying hello to people, and then we built him back from that. And now he's like very, very high up in a company. He absolutely smashed it. He was taking 5 antidepressants a day, and we got them off him within 22 weeks. So there's a lot of information on here. Don't overwhelm yourself. You need to keep it simple. Your brain just needs to remember that you can actually do it. So start to stack wins, little wins on a daily basis. Tidy the kitchen. You know, wake up and tidy the kitchen, or wake up and do something productive. Don't try all this manifestation stuff straight away, because you actually need to get some self-trust under your belt first. And then that is when you can start to look at the bigger picture. But this is the character building now. Big love.